Hello and welcome to this tutorial. In this video tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to use the sum function in Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. Now, when you look at this information, I'm having a monthly expenditure. Now, on the left side of the table, I'm having the items where you have the rent, food, bills, clothes, and transport. Now, when you look at in row number 2, I have the months from January up to May. And on column G, I have a total column, and on row number 8, I also have another total. Now, what I want to do is to add all these expenses so that I will know the total of each item. And here also, I want to add the total so that I will know how much I spent each month. Now, I'm going to start with the first one, which is now remember, a formula in Excel always starts with the equal to sign. So what I'm going to do now is to type the equal to sign in cell G3. Now after typing the equal to sign, I'm going to type SUM, which is sum. Now the moment you type sum, you will have a tip that shows you all the functions that start with S or that have SUM. And here it also gives you a description and says the sum will add all the numbers in a range of cells. Now from there, I'll open the bracket by pressing the Shift and 9. Now when you look at it, will show me the syntax of the formula. That means I have to after the open bracket, I have to type number 1, number 2, etc. Now here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight, or if I want, I can specify the cells that I want to add. Now when I look at here, the cell name of the first one here, that is 2500, is on the B and 3. So that means I can easily type B3. Now when I type B3, when you look at this cell, is having a blue border. So that means that one has been included in the calculation. Then from there, I will type the colon sign. Then instead of typing C3, D3, E3, I'll just pick the last one, which is F3. So when I type F3, Excel will automatically highlight that range. That means from January to May. Now because we use the colon sign instead of a plus sign, we are telling Excel calculate from B3, which is which is January, up to B, up to F3, which is May. Now from there, I'm just going to close my bracket, then I hit the enter key. Now this will calculate all the values in that range and give me the total, which is 12,500. Now another method is I can say equals to sum, then I open the bracket. Now instead of manually typing the cell names, I can just highlight from now this time I'm on row 4, which is food. So I can highlight from the first value here, which is 3,000. I highlight, so make sure when highlighting you are using the white cross. So I will highlight up to May, which is 2000. Then as you can see, automatically Excel will put the B4 with the colon sign and the F4, right? Then I'll close the bracket, then I hit the enter key, right? That's another method, right? Now some people will do it like this. If you want, you can highlight all the values that you want to add. That is, now I'm on bills from 1,500 to 2,000. You see, I have even included the cell where I want the total to be. So after doing that, I can come to the there's a button here called auto sum. I can click automatically on it, or I can click on the button, or if I want, I can click on the drop down arrow, which will give me other options. So that's sum, that's average. So what I'm going to do now is to click on sum. So that one also will automatically add these highlighted values and put the total here. Now I can confirm it. When I double click on this cell, as you can see, it has shown me that that's the range it calculates. Good. Now some people might do it this way also. They will say equals to B, or maybe some ways they will say equals to, then I click this cell, which is B6. Then I use the plus sign, then they click another cell, that is C6, plus sign, they click here, plus sign, right? And they will do it like that. Now, well, actually, when you press the enter key, it will give you the correct answer, right? But the problem is, how about if you have so many values to calculate? By using the plus sign, that means your formula is going to be very long. So the sub function is the most standard function and also is the shortest function, right? So I'm going to show you the disadvantage of using this formula in the next video. Now we're going to get rid of this. Now I'm going to show you another method also. Okay, let's go down here. Okay, let's just complete. For example, now I already calculate this. Now let me just get rid of these ones. So let's say I already use the manual way of calculating. Then now what I'm going to do is to use what is called autofill in Excel. So when I have the formula for the first one, now when I click on that cell, as you can see above here, I am seeing the formula that I used to have this answer, right? So when that cell is selected, that is cell G3, because when I look at the name box, I will see that the name box shows me that I'm on cell G3. So I will place my mouse pointer on this small black box that is what? At the bottom right hand corner of what? The selected cell. That is the cell containing the formula. So when I place my mouse pointer there, it will change to a black plus. So what I will do now is to click and drag. That means I'm going to use the left mouse button and I click and drag up to what? The last item, which is transport. Then I will release my mouse. So Excel will automatically give me all the answers using what? The formulas above. So Excel will calculate them relatively, right? Now when I double click here, I will see that it has total food, or it has added what? All the expenses on food using the sum function. See, the same thing will happen here. Now I can do the same thing here. Let's say I want to add January. So I can say equals to sum. I open the bracket and I highlight from 2,500 up to 700. Then Excel will automatically do that. Now here, even if I don't close the bracket, it doesn't matter. I can just press what? Enter, and I'll have my results. Then I can use the autofill to drag and have the total of the rest. So that means I have the total for each item and I have the total for each month. Now here I want to have the overall total. Now the overall total, you can use both sides. If I calculate here or calculate here, I will have the same answer. Let's try it and see. I can say equals to sum. I open the bracket, then I highlight from here to here, that means the totals. Then when I press enter, I will have what? Now I'm going to delete it and try it the other way. Equals to sum. I open the bracket, then I highlight from here to here. Then when I press enter, I will have the same answer. So whether you add this or this, Excel will give you the answer. So that's the overall total. Good. Now another simple method is by just highlighting everything. So I will highlight all the values and include the empty cells where I want my answers to be. After doing that, what I'm going to do now is just to come and click on auto sum. When I click auto sum, Excel will automatically what? Give me the answers to that range that I highlight. All the totals are there in just a second. So that's how you can do addition in Excel, right? Thanks for watching, and I hope this tutorial helps.